Welcome to the channel, food lovers, and welcome to today's dish. Today we'll make a super easy, super simple recipe that is largely used in Italy. It's la Torta Pasqualina, and the name in English is Easter cake. The name belongs to the fact that was used to be prepared during the Easter period. It's good hot, it's good cold, it's perfect. If you have some ingredients in the fridge that you don't know how to cook, you can put it in this cake and they will be fantastic. We start with the ingredients. 500 grams of beets. You can use also spinach, but the original recipe is beets. 200 grams of ricotta cheese, better if it's fresh because it's less watery. 80 grams of Parmesan, 2 sheets of puff pastry, 6 eggs, salt and pepper at your taste. The first step is to wash and rinse the beets, roughly cut them, and put in the salt boiling water for approximately 10 minutes. We cut the bottom and we separate the leaf in order to be washed and rinsed. We rinsed and washed the beets. We have just dried them and now we roughly cut. Try to preserve a part of the bottom, but not so much, because the very bottom part of the beets is too hard to cook and also to eat. So we slightly cut off this part and we throw off, and now we just roughly chop in 1, in 2, 3, and 4. Once all the beets are cut, we put in the boiling water with a good pinch of salt, approximately 10 grams, for 10 minutes. We put the beets in the boiling water, and now we cover with the lid to lower the cooking time. 10 minutes are passed, we took off from the water the beets and we let them slightly cool down. Meanwhile, we prepare all the other ingredients. So we take the ricotta cheese, we take the Parmesan, we take an egg. We start to mix it up. You can leave the pieces as big as they are now, or you can fine slice all of them. Personally, I prefer to fine slice because it's better when you eat and it's better to mix all together. The beets are fine chopped. Now we squeeze them in order to let them completely dry, and we add to the mix. This is the water that we squeeze out from the beets. We don't want that in the mix because otherwise the mix will boil and will not cook. We add the beets to the mix. We make a very good stir. They are very good mixed, and we adjust with salt and pepper. We taste it before. I think that salt is enough because of the Parmesan. We just add the pepper. The mix is ready, and now we assemble the cake. The first step is to make the cover of the cake. Take a container of approximately 22 centimeters of diameter. We take the container upside down, we find the border, and we cut the puff pastry with a knife. The second step is to take the second sheet of puff pastry, put it into the container, and fill it with the dough that we prepared. Try to be as even as possible. Now we take a tablespoon and we make 4 holes in the filling, and we put the eggs inside the holes. If the white goes slightly outside, it's not a problem. Now we take the cover and we put it over. Try to center it as much as you can. And now we bend the borders. We try to be slightly artistic. We have to cut off the paper because otherwise it will burn in the oven. 1 egg remaining, we scrambled it and we use it to paint the surface of the cake. Try to paint all the surfaces so when cooked we'll have a delicious golden color. The last step is to pierce the cover with a toothpick or a fork in order to let the steam goes out from the cake. We have obviously the remaining part of the first sheet of the puff pastry. It's bad to trash it away, so you can make some pretzels with maybe veggies or what you want or what you have in the fridge. The cake is ready. Now we put in the preheated convection oven at 180 degrees Celsius, that is 356 Fahrenheit, for approximately 1 hour. If it's burning too faster, cover it with an aluminium paper foil. The cake is cooked. It took approximately 45-50 minutes. The ingredients are cooked perfectly. The puff pastry is fantastic, and now it's the time for the taste. Absolutely nice. The beets are slightly acid, and it's contrast perfectly with the puff pastry. The ricotta cheese melting in your mouth as like as the puff pastry. The best part of this recipe is that today is absolutely delicious, but tomorrow is fantastic if you want to eat cold or eat up again in the oven, and it will be absolutely fantastic. That's all for today's dish. As usual, if you like our videos, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell in order to be aware when a new recipe will come out. From now until next recipe, have a good day from Italy with love.